Welcome to this explainer. Look, did you know that up to 30% of traditional tasks across almost every major industry are expected to be completely automated by the end of this decade? It's a huge number. So today, we're going to completely shatter that outdated illusion of traditional job security, and we're mapping out your definitive career survival guide for the AI era. If you've been sitting there wondering how to navigate the modern workforce or how to secure your future in a world run by smart algorithms, well, you are in the exact right place. We are focusing entirely on career development for modern workers, handing you the practical tools you need to stay ahead of the curve. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The illusion of security and the changing reality.
You know, for years, the narrative we were all sold was incredibly straightforward, right? Getting a good job simply meant having security. You put your head down, you put in the work, you get the position, and boom, you're set until retirement. But the reality of today's workplace is changing at an absolutely breakneck pace. That old rulebook, it's literally being rewritten as we speak. We're witnessing this massive shift where tasks that used to require hours of focused human effort can now be knocked out in mere minutes by AI tools. I mean, think about a junior analyst who used to spend an entire week compiling and scrubbing massive spreadsheets. Today, an AI tool can map and visualize that exact same data set in, 45 seconds? Whether you're looking at complex data analysis, coding, or just everyday content creation, automation is fundamentally transforming the very nature of how we work. It's a staggering leap in efficiency.
So with all this incredibly rapid technological advancement, it's completely natural to look at the landscape, see these machines doing all the heavy lifting, and ask yourself this totally anxiety-inducing question. I mean, if a software tool can do in 5 minutes what takes a highly trained person a whole afternoon, where does that leave us? Are we just sitting around waiting to be replaced?
Well, according to our source material, the definitive answer is a resounding absolute not at all. Humans are absolutely not becoming obsolete. No way. However, surviving and actually thriving in this shift, that requires an entirely new approach to your career. Effective career development for modern workers isn't about fighting the tech or trying to ban it or pretending it isn't happening. It's about evolving alongside it. Practically speaking, this means your role has to transition. You need to become the director of the AI rather than the person doing the manual labor. Think of it like this. You are the conductor of the orchestra, and the AI instruments are the ones actually playing the notes. Moving on to Section 2, the AI competition trap. And you definitely want to avoid this mistake. Okay, let's talk about the absolute biggest mistake modern workers are making right now. Because understanding this trap is really the first major step to securing your professional future. People are actively trying to compete with artificial intelligence in areas where machines naturally excel. And if you try to beat a machine at speed or repetition or processing massive amounts of data, you're playing a losing game. You will burn out and you will lose, for sure. You've got to stop trying to compete with AI on its home turf. Instead, you have to pivot directly toward your uniquely human strengths. See, machines struggle deeply with empathy because they just don't have lived experience. They struggle with complex decisions because they lack contextual awareness outside of their training data. Connecting totally different ideas, showing genuine empathy, navigating ambiguous, messy decisions, those are the territories you absolutely need to claim as your own.
Section 3. The human advantage and your most valuable abilities.
So the crucial point here is that human abilities aren't fading into the background at all. Actually, they're becoming these incredibly powerful, highly sought-after advantages in the modern economy. This quote really hits the nail on the head regarding the new workplace. As tech advances, companies aren't just looking for human calculators anymore, right? They literally have software for that. What they're desperately seeking are people who can step into those complex, messy gray areas where there is no clean, mathematically perfect answer. Imagine you're in a highly sensitive client negotiation where both sides are frustrated, or maybe you're pivoting a massive marketing strategy during a sudden PR crisis. An AI cannot read the room in a tense boardroom. It can't instinctively know when to push forward and when to back off based on a tiny, subtle shift in a client's tone of voice. That is where real human value lies. And leaning into these specific traits is exactly how you secure your value and bulletproof your career. Let's break down why these are basically the ultimate career development hacks for modern workers. First up, connecting knowledge from different fields. AI is highly specialized, but humans, we have lateral thinking. We can grab a concept from biology and apply it to a business logistics problem. Second, thinking creatively. AI can generate variations of existing data, sure, but humans ask the completely new, disruptive questions that spark actual innovation. Third, understanding emotions and human needs. In literally any service, product, or team dynamic, you have to read between the lines of what people are saying versus what they actually want. And fourth, building relationships. Business moves at the speed of trust, and AI simply cannot build authentic trust over a coffee or a candid conversation.
When you combine these deeply human traits to strategize and solve unique problems, you make yourself entirely irreplaceable.
All right, Section 4, Skills for 2030 and the Evolving Market. Let's sort of build a picture of what we can expect in the job market by 2030, because the landscape is going to look profoundly different than it does today. We're guaranteed to see this three-step evolution. First, some of the highly repetitive traditional roles we know today, they will absolutely be automated, gone. Second, the vast majority of existing roles will evolve to incorporate AI tools as daily assistants. And third, entirely new opportunities that we can't even fully wrap our heads around yet will emerge. I mean, we're already seeing the beginnings of this with roles like AI integration managers, prompt engineers, even empathy coaches for corporate teams. So the real question isn't whether AI will change the workforce. That's a given. The only question that actually matters is whether you are actively preparing for that change. Which brings us to a major, absolutely non-negotiable mindset shift for your career. Instead of letting fear or anxiety about automation just paralyze you, you need to shift from a defensive mindset to an offensive one. A defensive mindset means hiding from the tech and just crossing your fingers that your job is safe. An offensive mindset? That means intentionally focusing on developing skills that complement the technology. It means actively seeking out AI tools and learning them before your boss mandates it. Be the beta tester in your department. Be the person who figures out how to automate the boring parts of your team's workflow so you can all focus on higher level strategy. You secure your future by becoming the expert in using the tools, rather than exhausting yourself trying to compete against them. Section 5, Working with AI, right alongside the machines. Pulling from the expert insights we've gathered from Felix Gate Digital Hub, we can actually map out a really clear, actionable roadmap for your career development in this new AI economy. Consider this your core action plan. Number 1, learn how to think critically. For a modern worker, this means questioning the AI's outputs, spotting its biases, and stopping AI hallucinations before they become massive business errors. Number 2, learn how to communicate clearly. Yes, you need to be able to prompt these tools effectively, but more importantly, you need to translate all that complex AI-generated data into clear, compelling stories for your human stakeholders. Number 3, learn to solve problems creatively by finding novel ways to use these tools that your competitors haven't even thought of yet. And finally, most importantly, learn how to understand people. The emotional intelligence required to manage anxious teams through this massive technological transition, that is going to be incredibly highly prized. These human-centric skills will remain immensely valuable, no matter how advanced the tech gets. And this right here is the ultimate takeaway. And honestly, I think it's a deeply empowering one. The modern worker who truly thrives over the next decade is going to be the one who enthusiastically embraces the partnership. They'll act as the orchestrator. They'll let the AI handle the repetitive data crunching, the endless scheduling, all that heavy lifting, completely freeing themselves up to do what they do best. To lead with vision, to empathize with their clients and coworkers, to think strategically about the big picture, and to make those complex, highly nuanced decisions that absolutely demand a human touch. So I want to leave you with this challenge. Look closely at your own career path right now. Stop competing with the machines on tasks they were literally built to do. Stop worrying about processing speed and start doubling down on what makes you beautifully, complexly human. If you start building those uniquely human skills today and bravely step into those gray areas, you're going to be more than ready for whatever incredible opportunities tomorrow brings. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.